Russia cast a second veto in as many days at the United Nations Security Council on Friday to block the renewal of an investigation to identify those behind chemical weapons attacks in Syria. A draft resolution put forward by Japan would have extended the UNled Joint Investigative Mechanism (JIM) for 30 days to allow time for negotiations on a wider compromise. But Russia used its veto power to prevent adoption after 12 council members voted in favor, in effect ending the mission. China abstained, while Bolivia voted no. It was the 11th time that Russia has used its veto power to stop council action targeting the Syrian regime. Russia is wasting our time, U.S. Ambassador Nikki Haley told the council after the vote. Russia has no interest in finding ground with the rest of this council to save the JIM. Russia will not agree to any mechanism that might shine a spotlight on the use of chemical weapons by its ally, the Syrian regime, she said. It's as simple and shameful as that. A resolution requires 9 votes to be adopted at the Council, but 5 countries, Britain, China, France, Russia and the United States, can block adoption with their veto power. Japan put its proposal forward after Russia on Thursday vetoed a U.S. drafted resolution that would have allowed investigators to continue their work for a year. A separate Russian draft resolution that called for changes to the JIM failed to garner enough support with just 4 votes in favor. The Russian ambassador to the UN, Vasily Nebenzia, said any extension of the JIM's mandate for us is possible only provided fundamental flaws in its work are rectified. Nebenzia accused the JIM's leadership of having disgraced itself with its fictitious investigation of the sarin gas attack at the opposition-held village of Khan Sheikhan. The panel signed its name on baseless accusations against Syria, he said. In a report last month, the JIM concluded the Syrian Air Force had dropped the nerve agent on Khan Sheikhan, leaving scores. The attack on the 4th of April triggered global outrage as images of dying children were shown worldwide, prompting the U.S. to launch missile strikes on a Syrian airbase days later. After the veto, the council met behind closed doors at Sweden's request to hear another appeal for a temporary extension, but Russia refused, diplomats said. Sweden's ambassador, Olof Skog, said council members must make sure that we are absolutely convinced that we have exhausted every avenue, every effort before the mandate of the JIM expires tonight. Italian Ambassador Sebastiano Cardi, who holds the presidency, said after the meeting the council will continue to work in the coming hours and days constructively to find a common position. The final efforts turned to finding some technical routes that would have allowed the JIM to avoid shutting down and would not require a resolution, diplomats said. UN officials confirmed late Friday that the panel would end its work at midnight because there was no decision from the council to keep it in place. The row over the chemical weapons inquiry came as the UN was preparing a new round of peace talks to open on the 28th of November in Geneva to try to end the 6-year war. The Joint Organization for the Prohibition of Chemical Weapons (OPCW) panel was set up by Russia and the US in 2015 and unanimously endorsed by the Council, which renewed its mandate last year. Previous reports by the JIM have found that Syrian government forces were responsible for chlorine attacks on 3 villages in 2014 and 2015. And that Islamic State used mustard gas in 2015.